What's the best sewing machine for a beginner? In this video, I'm going to share with you my tips. My name is V Tanner. I'm a sewing teacher and costume maker. Bookmark this so you can come back to it later. Go for a proper sewing machine brand like Brother, Janome, Bernina, Pfaff. They've been in business for a long time. They sell machines that are decent. Get the best of what you can afford. You can expect to pay at least £100, £150 for the entry-level mechanical sewing machine. Anything less than £100, don't touch it with a barge pole because it's bound to be rubbish and it will break down. I get so many people commenting on my posts and it turned that they can't get their machine to work. It turns out it's because they've got one of these cheap nasty things that cost them £20. You get what you pay for. The way these cheap sewing machines are manufactured is that they've taken away that metal chassis that sits in the middle of the machine, and then they stick all the components to the plastic outer casing. And of course plastic warps and it bends, it can't withstand vibration, and so when the plastic bends, the needle and everything that it's holding on to just will never align and you'll never be able to get it to stitch again. It's not worth repairing because a sewing machine mechanic is going to cost a minimum of £60 to have a look at your machine. So stick with a well-known brand. The most useful features that you should have are straight stitch, zigzag stitch, stretch stitch, a one-step buttonhole, and also a variable needle position. Unless you're going to do a heap of embroidery, you don't need all those embroidery stitches because you're probably not going to use them. I don't. The other feature to look out for is how easy is it to change the presser foot. Ideally, you want clip-on feet. You do not want to have to get a screwdriver out to keep changing the presser foot. Then you move into the realms of, well, should it be a mechanical machine or should it be computerized? So the main differences is that with a mechanical machine, when you take your foot off the pedal, the needle will stop wherever it happens to be. Whereas on a computerized sewing machine, it will stop in either the uppermost position or down position. That is the best position for the needle to thread it, to start off sewing so you don't get tangled needle thread. With computerized machines as well, you've got more accuracy and more finite control over the stitch sizes. Also with a computerized machine, you might have the facility of speed control, so you can actually limit how fast the machine will go, which can be really handy if you're a bit heavy-footed on the pedal. And some machines can also operate without a foot pedal. If you have mobility issues with your foot, then you could just by touching a button to stop and start. And my final recommendation is actually to go to a sewing machine shop where they specialize in selling sewing machines, and probably they also repair them. They're not going to sell you a duff machine that is going to break because they're the ones that are going to have to fix it. They will ask you what sewing projects are you planning, and they will make a recommendation based on that and not sell you more than what you need or less than what you need. Another option is to buy a second-hand machine of a good brand. You might be lucky and be able to get one under £100, and that would be a far better purchase if it's a decent brand than getting one of those awful rubbish cheap machines. And if you are going to get a second-hand machine, then factor in to your budget that you're probably going to have to get it serviced by a proper sewing machine mechanic, and that can cost anywhere from £60. I hope that helps, and let me know what you decide to buy in the end. Like and follow for more sewing tips like this, and better still, get on my email list so that you can get my weekly newsletter where I share lots of sewing tips like this. Link is in my bio.